Hello from Bali. So last time I left you was in Azerbaijan. We just crossed the Caspian Sea, and now I'm going to tell you how we got from there to Bali. So on the cargo ferry, we were fortunate to meet two Tajiki guys who did not speak much English, but were happy to give us a lift to Uzbekistan as long as we contributed to their expenses of gasoline. We were really fortunate to get this ride through remote desert areas. However, little did I know we'd be spending over 1,000 miles driving through uneven roads and sleeping in the car for 2 nights, but it was an epic adventure. So Uzbekistan was somewhere I had always wanted to visit. We started in the city of Khiva and it was remarkable. It was like an open-air museum, this walled city surrounded by such beautiful architecture that was just breathtaking. Every corner you looked, every building you entered had these magnificent courtyards and carvings, and the colors were incredible. And the best part was we stayed with a lovely local family. The food was great, and we also got to go and teach at a school in Khiva, which was something we really enjoy doing. We asked if we could volunteer there, just passing by, and we ended up going a few days in a row because the teachers wanted us to come in every day. The kids were super lovely, and just being able to converse with them and interact with them was quite a highlight. We also stopped by Bukhara, and then we went to Samarkand, which there is an area or a set of buildings called Registan, and I have never seen anything like it before. It just, the size of it and the way it's kept it's just unbelievable. Matt, what are you doing?
Counting up my money. Right, I'm paying for my meal. It was an expensive meal, and I need to get my savings out.
If you want tonight.
Sorry?
If you want tonight, I can.
He can help you.
That's okay.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just...
So after Uzbekistan, we went into Tajikistan. It is meant to be the poorest of the 5 stans, but we found it to be the most warm, friendly, and from a scenery point of view and landscapes, some of the best we've ever seen. We started off in the 7 lakes. Hiking for 3-4 days. We stayed with a lovely homestay family. It was rustic, but everything you need. The kids and the people we interacted with were ever so warm and friendly. After that, we rented a car and did the Pamir Highway, which I would say is the highlight of our travels so far. And just 7 days driving from village to village on the Afghan border, seeing these remote places. They're just incredible. The people were some of the warmest I have ever met, and the scenery some of the best I'd ever seen. This is Alichur in Tajikistan at 4,000 meters above sea level. That is where we stayed last night. And yeah, it was so cold that the toilet was frozen, and so was the flush. Tajikistan is somewhere I felt like we could go back and spend even more time. I mean, we spent, I think, 2 to 3 weeks, but we could easily spend a lot longer there. Now, Kyrgyzstan is internationally known for hiking. However, personally, I was extremely disappointed in Kyrgyzstan. We had hired a car and there is so much corruption. We got pulled over about 5 to 6 times with fake speedometers, and they just ask you for money and sometimes get really, really aggressive. There was a point where Matt, who hadn't been drinking for medical reasons, was pulled over and they breathalyzed him, and the breathalyzer was also fake. Can you imagine? I mean, we were certain that Matt hadn't had a drink in weeks, but it was so intimidating, and they just wanted 20, 30, 40 US dollars. And if you gave them money, then you would be stopped even more, because they would just call their friends up the road and tell them to stop those foreigners who are paying. For that reason, I don't have much to say about Kyrgyzstan. I couldn't wait to get out, even though there was a few people that we met that were incredibly friendly, who don't represent that corrupt part of the country. But in my personal experience, I just didn't feel great being stopped and being in a nation where you can't trust its lawmakers. So after all the corruption and issues of Kyrgyzstan, we were extremely pleased to go to Kazakhstan, which is the 9th largest country in the world. And it was such a pleasant surprise, because I have 2 MBA friends who live there, and just staying with the local family and being part of their day-to-day lives and their children and their dog was a welcome rest stop and nice place for us to be for about a week, 10 days. We were also waiting for our Russian visa there, so we were spoiled rotten by my friends who would cook for us, who would take us out, their children would sing for us. Yeah, we had a proper lovely time in Kazakhstan. Hello from the Trans-Siberian. It's been my dream to be on this train, and we're finally on it. We are going to be traveling for 106 hours on this train from Omsk in Russia to Vladivostok. So yeah, we're going to cross 4 time zones, and this is going to be our home for the next 4 days and 10 hours. So far, 1 hour in, we're loving it. The train is pretty cool. Our carriage is right here, number 4. Open the door, and here is our home. So we're having dinner on the Trans-Siberian, and this is what it looks like. This is the chicken, and this is garlic, and this is lovely garlic, and this is a lovely lady helping us. Thank you. So twice a day, this train stops for a little station, and this is the biggest station we've seen. So what we do is we get out and we have a little walk to the end of the train and back, just to make sure we haven't forgotten how to walk. So this is a lovely lady who looks after us all the time.
Hey!
Spasiba. So I am in Japan right now, in a city called Utsunomiya, which is about 1 hour north of Tokyo. And 12 years ago I used to live here, and this is the apartment I used to live at. I had this entire floor. It was quite a nice place. Now let's see if I can find my way back to, yeah, my workplace. So I found it. This used to be where I used to work. This used to be the swimming pool for water polo, the gymnasium. There's a big field track in the back. And I'm gonna go see if I can find anybody I know. Most teachers would have moved on, but let's see. Fingers crossed. So guys, I tried, and nobody I know works here anymore. So I have just run up these stairs and I've come to one of my favorite places in Utsunomiya, which is the main shrine, and it's a beautiful place. So you can wash your hands there. That's the main shrine. I remember sitting on that bench there so many times and picking up a hot coffee from the vending machine and just having a long chat with whoever I was with. But yes, this place definitely brings back some really good memories, and thank you for sharing them with me. So thank you for watching part 2 of the video. I look forward to seeing you all in January, and until then I'm going to leave you with one little clip of something exciting I did in the last couple of weeks. Have a good holiday season.